Sarah and Mark had been married for 7 years. They had 2 beautiful kids and a home in a quiet neighborhood. On the surface, everything looked perfect, but beneath that, their marriage was falling apart. They argued constantly, barely talked, and when they did, it was mostly about bills or parenting. Sarah often cried herself to sleep, wondering where things had gone wrong. One evening, after a particularly heated argument about something as trivial as what to cook for dinner, Sarah felt completely lost. She called her close friend Emma, who had been married for 15 years and seemed genuinely happy. Emma listened carefully and then gave Sarah some simple but life-changing advice. "Start with small changes," Emma said. "There are secrets to making a relationship work, but you need to be willing to try." Some relationship advices that Sarah learned are: 1. Communication is key. The first thing Sarah learned was to communicate openly and honestly with Mark. She realized that most of their arguments stemmed from misunderstandings. Instead of yelling or accusing, she began to calmly express how she felt. For example, instead of saying, "You never help with the kids," she tried, "I feel really tired managing the kids alone. Could we share the responsibility more?" Mark was surprised by the change and responded positively, which made their conversations more productive. 2. Listen to understand, not to react. Sarah also learned that listening is just as important as talking. Previously, she would interrupt Mark or plan her response while he was still speaking. Now, she focused on truly hearing him out. When Mark felt heard, he opened up more, and their arguments decreased significantly. 3. Spend quality time together. Life had gotten so busy with work and kids that Sarah and Mark forgot to spend time as a couple. Emma suggested they start having weekly date nights at home after the kids went to bed. They watched movies, played board games, or just sat on the porch talking. These moments brought back memories of why they fell in love in the first place. 4. Appreciate each other. Over time, Sarah realized she had stopped showing appreciation for the little things Mark did, like fixing things around the house or making her coffee. She began thanking him more often, and in return, Mark started showing appreciation for her efforts as well. It created a positive cycle in their relationship. 5. Forgive and move on. Sarah had been holding on to past mistakes and grudges, which kept resurfacing during arguments. Emma told her, "If you want peace, let go of the past." It wasn't easy, but Sarah started forgiving Mark for his mistakes and apologized for her own. This mutual forgiveness brought a sense of relief to both of them. 6. Don't compare your relationship to others. One of Sarah's habits was comparing her marriage to others, especially on social media. Emma reminded her that no relationship is perfect, and what people show online is often just the highlights. Once Sarah stopped comparing, she felt more content with her own marriage. 7. Practice patience. There were still moments when Mark annoyed Sarah, but she learned to take a deep breath and remind herself that no one is perfect. Patience helped her respond calmly instead of lashing out, which avoided unnecessary conflicts. 8. Support each other's goals. Sarah realized she hadn't been paying much attention to Mark's dreams and goals. When she started asking about his plans and encouraging him, he felt valued. Mark, in turn, supported Sarah's decision to take up painting, which she had always loved but abandoned after marriage. 9. Keep the romance alive. Small gestures made a big difference. Sarah started leaving sweet notes for Mark in his lunchbox, and he began surprising her with flowers occasionally. These little acts of love reignited the romance in their relationship. 10. Seek help when needed. Finally, Sarah and Mark decided to attend a couples workshop. It wasn't easy for Mark at first, but the sessions taught them valuable tools for communication and problem solving. They even met other couples who shared similar struggles, which made them feel less alone. 6 months later, Sarah and Mark's marriage looked completely different. They still had disagreements, but they handled them with understanding and respect. Their home was filled with laughter and warmth again. The kids noticed the change too, as their parents started spending more family time together. Sarah learned that a successful relationship isn't about being perfect, It's about making the effort, learning from mistakes, and never giving up. By following these 10 pieces of advice, she turned her almost failed marriage into a happy, peaceful partnership. Summary lessons based on Sarah's story. 1. Small changes can make big differences. Start with little steps like listening better, showing appreciation, or spending a few extra minutes talking. These small efforts build trust and connection over time. 2. Forgiveness is the key to moving forward. Holding on to past mistakes keeps you stuck. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting, it means freeing yourself and your relationship from old hurts. 3. Don't wait for the other person to change, lead by example. If you want your partner to listen, start by listening yourself. If you want kindness, show kindness first. Change begins with you. 4. Every relationship has ups and downs, but the effort you put in makes all the difference. No relationship is perfect, and that's okay. What matters is how willing you are to work through the challenges together. 5. Celebrate the good moments, no matter how small. Whether it's sharing a laugh, a small gift, or a quiet evening, cherish the little joys. These moments remind you of why you chose each other in the first place. 6. A little appreciation goes a long way. Don't take the small things for granted. Saying thank you or acknowledging your partner's efforts can make them feel valued and loved. 7. Talk about problems, not just feelings. It's okay to say how you feel, but also discuss the actual issue. Focus on solving the problem together instead of blaming each other. 8. Take time to remember why you started. When things get tough, think back to why you chose your partner. Remember the happy times and let those memories guide you back to love. 9. Your relationship is not a competition. It's not about who is right or wrong. It's about working together as a team to build a stronger bond. 10. Give each other space to grow. Support each other's dreams and goals. A healthy relationship allows both partners to pursue what makes them happy while staying connected.